Hey everybody, how's it going? Several of you have asked me to comment on the fact that Yelp now has a feature whereby people can report a business for racism, and then an alert will show up on that business's page that that business has taken part in racism, or beware, there's racism at this business. What do I think? Well, in order to tell you what I think it's really important to bring up the context of the situation and the company in question. Here, the company is Yelp. What have been my experiences with Yelp that have caused me to have the opinion that I do? So, I've been getting spammed on the phone by Yelp for somewhere around 5 or 6 years, and I repeatedly told them I have no interest, take me off your list, and I would hang up. And at one point, I got sick and tired of it, so I decided to have an actual dialogue and explain to the salesperson why I have no interest in using their company. I told them that I have a friend that pays somewhere between $2,000 to $3,000 for Yelp ads, and they really have no difference in their business afterwards. So then, that person decided to email me all of that business's back-end information from their Yelp account, which I thought was a pretty scummy thing to do. I didn't, why are you sharing this stuff that I didn't really ask you for? And I did a video on it. After I did that video, I got a 1-star review on Yelp from someone who was located in Chicago from their profile that didn't have a ticket at our business. They claimed we didn't have a part in stock, that at that point in time, I had purchased over 200 of them just in case there was a shortage, that there was a shortage of that part. I think it was the LP133WQ1SJEV for the A1502 Retina MacBook that I can no longer use because brightness control issues with a new Apple operating system. Thanks, Tim Cook. But anyway, so I did a video and I went over that here, that 1-star review that I got, just so happened to be from someone who was, I think, friends on LinkedIn, friends on Google+, friends on Yelp with that person, and went to the same graduating class, the Yelp agent that I had spoken to, which was just a really strange coincidence. And then when I brought that up to Yelp, that these people are clearly friends, this person's clearly not a customer, and I consider this slander, they didn't delete that person's review. They deleted their entire account. It was just gone. So I had the experience of getting a call from someone from Yelp, getting a 1-star review after I had exposed their crap, and then that person's account was literally deleted. The next experience that I can tell you about with Yelp is getting repeated ridiculous 1-star reviews, and we also must discuss the fact that we're opening up GoFundMes in the names of businesses that were affected by COVID, but then a lot of those businesses were not informed that there was a GoFundMe in their name. So you were donating money to what you thought was the business, but in reality, Yelp got the money in their bank account, to my understanding, and the business owner would then have to claim it. That is a pretty scumbag thing to do. They turned off the feature very soon thereafter, because very soon thereafter there was an absolute screaming of outrage that they were doing this, and they stopped. Then, if you just look at my own Yelp page, and you look at the reviews that get posted that stay up after I report them, after others report them, like this beauty. So you have this where the thumbnail is clearly a meme lord saying that, my nasal senses were encroached by the pungent smell of asparagus. I requested to speak to a manager, and after some back and forth, I was manhandled out. My MacBook was stolen at the counter. I've been this stuff is clearly ridiculous. It's obviously. This is a meme. This is not a question of he said, she said. This isn't you say you had a bad experience, but it was a good one. Or you say my employee cursed at you, but you used the word shit, and that's not a curse. This is 110% a meme lord review by someone who has a meme lord profile picture, a meme lord style of writing, who wrote a meme lord review. And I reported it, and it stayed up. What happens when a business that has a history of colleagues of the salespeople leaving 1-star reviews for business owners that don't pay for advertising, that opens GoFundMes in businesses' names without telling them, and leaves up obviously fake horse crap for businesses that don't advertise? What could possibly go wrong when you give random people the ability to report a business for racism and have that show up prominently on their review page that often is the first thing that shows up on Google for that business? What could possibly go wrong, folks? I'm sure that they will handle this responsibly. Nobody's ever going to say, I wanted a discount and they didn't give me my discount, so I'm just gonna, do the passive aggressive, hit that little button and fuck with them. Nobody has it in them to do that. And I'm sure that Yelp as a business is totally set up to be able to, in an impartial and in fair manner, investigate the businesses to figure out if that actually happened. They definitely have the resources to look into these claims. They definitely have the investigative expertise and willpower to take on these investigations to figure out if this stuff's actually true. Yeah, there's no way that this could possibly go wrong. Now, the flip side of this is the fact that at virtually any review site that exists at the moment, you could, in your review, write that, well, I experienced racism while dealing with this business, and here's how I experienced it. There's nothing stopping you from explaining your personal experience with that business inside of the review. So the flip side of that is, Google doesn't investigate this. If I leave a one-star review of another business and say that they were racist, they're not going to investigate that. If I leave a 1-star on City Search, Google Places, Facebook reviews, they're not going to investigate that in any way. So why am I holding Yelp to that standard? I think the reason is because they're highlighting it as a feature, and it's not just that it shows up in the review, but that it's going to show up on the business's page prominently rather than just being somewhere buried inside of one individual's review. This gives that one person who left a bad review the power to have a say on how the entire business is framed. So rather than it just staying inside of your little review in your little box, it is now going to be framed on the business page that way. You have the power to escape your little box, which is my name, stars, review, and now get featured up at the top closer to other aspects of the business. And I think this is the area where this is going to create a lot of controversy and aggravation among people that actually depend on Yelp for their reputation, who at this point I feel bad for. My Yelp at this point, it could be a complete dumpster fire, and because of the word of mouth that I have from 12 years of doing honest business, I don't really have to worry about it the same way that someone who's new is, who doesn't have that built up yet. But I do genuinely feel bad for the person who's going to have some random dickhead or some competitor decide I'm going to hit this button just to fuck with them because I feel like screwing with this person that day, who could actually have their business or their livelihood ruined because we live in a society of people that still, for some crazy reason, actually trust Yelp reviews when choosing a business. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'm kind of curious. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now. You playing against bots? No, I'm playing against people. Oh shit, there's a gank going on here. Someone from another lane is here. Get him, get him, get him, get him! Yeah! Again! Die! Slow him down. I don't think what Juggernaut knows is while he's doing that attack move, my static link still works that entire time. So I have plus 174 damage right now, which is crazy. Not only am I going to kill you with that, but now that you let me get that by using that stupid ability while I static linked you, I'm going to kill your co-workers as well. Why would they make a character in Dota that looks like a pangolin? I don't get it. Easy kill steal! Oh man, that made up for all of my misuse of the Q ability this game. That one kill steal. That was savage. That was mean. That was uncalled for. What a savage kill steal that was.